Hey y'all ready for a nice Valentine's Day dinner? But if you as single as a dollar bill, baby, you can make this for yourself, okay? We are going to be making some seafood pasta with some scallops, salmon, and shrimp, as well as some lemon pepper asparagus. Now, I'm starting off by cutting off the about 2 inches of that asparagus. That tends to be woody. Honey, you need to throw that away. Are you going to be chomping on that like a woodchuck? Now, I have about 0.8 pounds of salmon, and I've cut the salmon in half. So these are about 6 ounces each. A nice meaty cut of salmon, okay? You want to use that because we're going to blacken this. Now I'm just adding the spices that I have. A little bit of smoked paprika, lemon pepper, Old Bay. You can use Creole seasoning. Use whatever you want. And then I'm going to set that aside to let that come to room temperature. Now for my shrimp. I'm only using about 1/4 of a pound, or really just a couple shrimp, because I have so much other seafood. Now this is the first time I had scallops. Okay, these are bay scallops, so these are tiny because the sea scallops was costing too much. After I pan fried these up, they had a good flavor, but they was kind of tasting like the deep blue sea. Okay, do you like scallops? Let me know. With the way these restaurants are trying to charge these days, I told my husband I was going to cook Valentine's Day dinner. And he got all excited like, good, babe, you going to save me some money. You know, it's expensive to eat out. And I was like, save you some money? Baby, what you talking about? I'm charging. Okay, you think Camirra's Kitchen? That's a restaurant, okay? How much y'all think I need to charge him for this plate? Because you know, y'all husbands can't be getting everything on the low. Now I'm going to set up my pasta water, and I'm going to add a little bit of chicken bouillon and sea salt, and I'm going to just place this on a back eye to start boiling. I'm going to go in with butter and olive oil because that adds the nice flavor. Then I'm going to add my asparagus, put on that little salt and that lemon pepper, and we're just going to saute that for about 3 to 4 minutes. At this point, my water was boiling, so I stuck in about 8 ounces of pasta, and I just cooked that according to the package instructions. The asparagus has been cooking long enough where it is cooked, but it still has a little crunch on it. And so I'm going to go ahead and add in a few cloves of minced garlic. I like the garlic flavor to be a little strong, so I only saute this for about 1 extra minute. You'll smell it, it'll be nice and aromatic, and then I'm going to place this to the side on a plate. My eye is still on medium heat. You don't need high heat to blacken the salmon because the smoked paprika is going to take on that nice blackened color. Place your salmon presentation side down and cook it for about 3 to 4 minutes. Then I flip it over and cook it for about 4 more minutes. I like my salmon to be mostly cooked through, so I'm also going to turn it onto the sides and cook it for about 2 minutes each. Honey, if you don't rock with salmon, you can go ahead and just use some extra shrimp. With all this hard work your girl was putting in the kitchen, my throat was getting parched. The first person to guess what I'm drinking, I'll send you $5. Once your salmon is finished, you want to take it out and put it on a plate. Of course, I did wash this plate before putting on the cooked salmon. I am going to take a paper towel. I'm going to use my tongs to go around the pan and absorb whatever is in there, especially the darkened bits. I don't want that on the rest of my seafood, and I don't want it in my sauce. I'm going to add more butter and a little bit more olive oil. And the next thing I'm going to cook is the scallops. Now, scallops cook quick, okay? Especially these little baby bay scallops, all right? So they only took a total of about 2 minutes to cook. While they were cooking, my pasta was finished, so I went ahead and drained that. You want to reserve about 1 cup to 1.5 cups of the pasta water to use in our sauce later. You may not need all of that, but it's always nice to have it on deck. The last seafood I need to cook is the shrimp. I'm going to add a little bit more butter, and then I'm going to saute my shrimp for about 3 minutes total. Y'all know shrimp don't take long at all, so you better stand by this shrimp, stand by them scallops when you're cooking it, because you do not want rubbery seafood, okay? Now, if you were making this for a Valentine's Day or a date night dinner, or just, you know, for yourself, tell me what you would want to add on as dessert. I'm thinking like a whipped chocolate mousse. Y'all, like the dark chocolate one. Ooh, that would be so good. Let me know in the comments what you would have and what you would drink with this as well. I sauteed my onions for about 3 minutes until they got a nice color. Then I added on some Creole seasoning, and I'm going to put in some more garlic. Since I am not using all heavy cream today, I'm actually going to put in about a tablespoon of flour to thicken our sauce, and we're going to toast that. I'm using a combination of whole milk and heavy cream, so I like doing that to make sure the sauce is nice and thick. Dry white wine is going to add so much flavor, and it pairs really well with seafood. It adds a nice brightness, and I am just going to slowly add in a cup of whole milk and half of a cup of heavy cream. If you like a super rich sauce, you can use half and half and heavy cream. Whatever you have available should work. And then I'm going to add in a few handfuls of some Italian cheese. Season the sauce to taste with Old Bay and Creole seasoning. Now at this point I felt my sauce was too thick, but I didn't want to add more cream. I felt it was going to get a little too rich for me. So I decided to use some of that pasta water to just loosen the sauce until it got to the texture that I liked. To balance out the flavors, I also like to add in a little bit of chicken bouillon as well as some garlic roasted bouillon, but you do not have to use both. I think the better than bouillon paste just adds a really great depth of flavor to any sauce. When I got my sauce where I liked it, I went ahead and added in those noodles that I had already drained. I'm going to mix them together until it's nice and creamy, and then you can also taste it at this point and adjust any seasonings as well. All you got to do now, baby, is assemble the plate the way you like it. And honey, you are going to have a absolutely delicious meal. Let me know if you try this. You guys know I love you and Jesus loves you, and I'll see you next time. Goodbye. God bless.